we love field day. This is really just a chance for us to come out, and we often save some of our biggest and best announcements, and as he says, some of the crown jewels in our portfolio to show off some of the exciting stuff that we're doing on that front, because it's a great forum just to interact with you, the delegates, to get the exposure out there, publicly. And what's interesting is, and Tom knows this better than anyone, and he kind of alluded to this, the fact that we do network field day, we do mobility field day, we do AI field day. I think you also forgot, we do security field day, we do cloud field day. And the reason we do all these is because Juniper is very unique in that we have this full portfolio that really spans from client to cloud. And on top of that, we are really committed to this whole vision of end-to-end AI-driven operations, cloud management, cloud support. You can't do this in a vacuum. Ultimately, our goal is to deliver better operator experiences, to make things simpler and more cost-effective, but also to deliver better user experiences. The people that are using the Juniper networks, the students at Dartmouth, right? The patients that show up at the Orlando VA, we want to make sure that they have the best possible user experience. And you can't do that in a vacuum. You really need end-to-end wired, wireless, security, data center, all coming together, and WAN, all coming together under one common engine. And you're going to hear that throughout the course of this session. This is a snapshot of our portfolio. Again, our true north is about delivering those better user and operational experiences. We have a wide range of products, again, you're going to hear from today, mostly focused on the AI-driven enterprise around some of our wireless advancements, some new wired portfolio that are just amazing that we're going to talk about, as well as our SD-WAN solution from 128 we're going to talk about, where we did some amazing things to integrate them, as well as some of our data center. We just acquired a great new company called Apstra, and they're going to be coming in at the end to give a taste of some of the stuff that they're doing. But again, the key here that you're going to keep hearing everyone reinforce is the architectural differences that make this experience first happening. Everything from assured experiences all the way down to individual service levels, right? Everything down to proactive automation with true AI-driven self-driving, even AI-driven support, to this whole cloud first, cloud now mentality, right? I did want to highlight a little bit that this whole approach is working. As Tom mentioned, he's seen Juniper on the enterprise grow tremendously over the last several years. And I'm excited to say that, this is actually our fourth year of consecutive enterprise growth for Juniper, right? And in fact, we're over $1.6 billion in 2020. We're up 3% year over year in the enterprise space, while the rest of the industry was flatter down. While a pandemic was going on, we actually grew our market share. And a big piece of that was our campus and branch environment, where wireless, the Mist portfolio, for example, grew by triple digits throughout the course of the year. And our EX, we actually had a record year for EX bookings last year. So our campus and branch switching is absolutely back, and you're going to see how we're hitting the gas with some new portfolios. Also key for 2021 is the fact that we did acquire 128 technology towards the end of last year. And we just finished the acquisition of Apstra at the beginning of this year. And what that means is, on the 128 side in particular, for our campus and branch, we truly are the first vendor to have this client-to-cloud vision, a common AI engine, common cloud for doing everything from service levels to troubleshooting to asking simple questions like, what was wrong with my Zoom call, where it can come back and tell you, was it a wired issue? Was it a wireless issue? Here's how you go fix it. So to solve all these common problems, we are able to do in a common engine. And then again, as we mentioned, Apstra is a crown jewel in our new data center portfolio, extending upon our leadership there. It brings automation, it brings intent-based networking. In fact, they created this term, intent-based networking. It brings closed loop assurance to really round out that portfolio. So here's the agenda. I'm going to get off the stage here so you can talk to the guys that really matter. I covered a little bit of the momentum, but first off, out of the gate, we're going to have Sudhir Mata and Bob Friday. You guys know these from past MFDs and NFDs and AIFD. Bob's the OG of wireless. Sudhir, there's no words to describe Sudhir. And they're going to talk about, again, some of the wireless innovations and where Marvis sits today. Again, for those that don't know, Marvis is our virtual network assistant, the only conversational interface out there where you can ask it questions and it'll tell you what's going on in your network and how to fix it. So they're going to start off. After that, we're going to talk to our wired switching team. We today, just about a couple hours ago, launched our new EX4400 platform. I don't know how else to describe it other than badass. It really leaves the rest of the industry in the dust in terms of both hardware capabilities, as well as just the fact that it was born in the cloud, born in the AI engine for what you can do in terms of management and operations. And let those guys talk about that after that. After that, we're going to talk about our AI-driven SD-WAN, often referred to as SD-WAN 3.0. We're going to talk about just SSR, Session Smart Routing, which is what 128 brings to the equation. But in 6 weeks, yes, 6 weeks since we closed the acquisition, we have now brought the 128 technology into the Mist AI engine and cloud. So this is the power of one team, one vision, one AI-driven enterprise. 6 weeks, these guys are already, we're going to be launching here the first AI-driven SD-WAN. And so again, we saved that for field day for you guys to see that. And then last thing, as we said, we're going to bring on the app show to talk about what they do and where they're going.